Good morning. Just getting packed up and I'm all ready to go. Waiting for Gunslinger. And a couple of deer are coming to visit. Right there. Hey, sweetie. That's one. Oh, there's a baby. Sure. Good morning, dear. Two babies. So I'm feeling pretty good this morning. We had a nice day yesterday. It was absolutely gorgeous, especially the first 6 miles. Totally just unreal. Felt like we were in a Disney movie, some kind of fantasy fairy tale. It was so beautiful. The last climb was tough, and we had to do a long downhill, steep, to find our camping area. And unfortunately, the area that was listed in the data book was wrong. That's the second time that happened to me. It wasn't there, but we did hike on a little ways further and found a really beautiful campsite and got a good night's rest, even though we didn't get in until about 7. So today we're going to do at least 11.2. That was what I had planned. Well, I planned 11.8, but since we went extra yesterday, it's 11.2. But we're actually going to try to do 13 today to shorten up some of our future days, and we should be finishing in 5 days now. The countdown is on. Did have some problems with my knee yesterday. It was really bothering me, especially on that last climb. I was afraid it might bother me at night, but I took some Aleve and it seemed fine. So I've done some stretching this morning and hopefully it'll be good while we walk. The terrain today should be a little flatter. Not flat, but a little flatter, and probably more rain today. So it's highly likely that we will be getting wet, but that's okay. And we'll just keep soldiering on until we get to Durango. The forces that create these giant mountains of rock just must be completely unreal. Glaciers, I don't know. Any of you are a geologist, you can explain. So Gunslinger and I are sitting here deciding which way to cross this thing, and then we look up and finally see, ta-da, a log! So easy to miss when you're not paying attention. Oh, and a path with dry feet, we think. All right, I'm gonna follow her lead. Well, that's kind of our first view of the morning. It's been pretty gray and we've been in the woods, but it's pretty. We have a lot of water today and I can hear another creek coming up. They're really beautiful, but it's kind of funny because there's so much water today, and then starting tomorrow there's a stretch that's about 22 miles with very minimal water. So we're gonna have to be creative in how we manage that, since we're not gonna hike a 22-mile day and just power through it. We'll probably camp right on the edge where we have water, fill up, go as far as we can, and then if there's a trickle somewhere, take the time to add a little bit more water to our cache and then work the way through the rest of the way. So it'll be like a two-day adventure with no water, but today we're enjoying lots of water. That's awesome. And there's people up there. I'm not sure who. And there's a bridge there, and I was just thinking how unspoiled this whole area is and how much it must be like it was before, well, way back when the indigenous people were here and ruled the land. There's another memorial to 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐈. There's a bridge named for her at the beginning over the South Platte River, I think it is. And there's a waterfall down there that we can probably see from the bridge. That's neat. Look over there is Engineer Mountain again. Apparently we have walked 180 degrees around it. This trail in the pine forest is really easy on the feet compared to all the rocks and things that we've been doing recently. Sand, slippery stuff. So I'm loving it. And we're also really fortunate this morning that it's cloudy, so it's nice and cool. We do have a little more elevation gain than I expected based on a cursory glance at far out this morning. But I went ahead and created a segment, I think is what you call it. You do your own little map for the day. So it just takes the mileage from the beginning to end. And you can look at that and see where you are in your hike for the day. See elevation gain and loss just for that stretch. It's a pretty nice feature, and I don't think very many people use it. The color here is really wild. It's all white. Well, there's a good look at the kind of weather we're having today. Gray. All right, you can see the tiny hiker up there. We are heading up to the top of that ridge. All right, we reached the top. It's beautiful up here. Hopefully the highest point of the day. We are at 11,774 feet. We're gonna take a nice long lunch break and then tackle the downhills. I'm pretty sure this is the longest point of the day, the longest climb. Well, it was like a 6-mile climb, the highest point. And after we get down, I think we're just doing dinosaur back. So we're having a good time. Well, we did the downhill through the field. Took a little detour on a road. Well, not really detour, it's part of the trail. Landed at a lovely alpine lake. And now we're going up again. The storm seemed to be moving off into the distance, which is a good thing. I took my rain jacket off so I don't get too hot while climbing. Well, that storm is dark and rumbly and it might catch up with us, so we may end up stopping in the trees up here for safety. Well, we hunkered down among some trees for a while and then the big storm moved off and away. So we hiked on and have just a couple miles left, I think, 2 to 3 for the day, which is awesome. Getting sprinkled on a little bit, but not much. And every now and then we hear some thunder, but nothing close by. So I'm counting myself lucky that we didn't get stuck in a big rain delay today.